Good evening to you. We are so delighted. Hey, can you believe we have already been now several weeks here on the air, and here we are again.
Boy, time flies when you're having
Time just
fun.
flies when you're having fun, and we're just honored and delighted to be back with you this evening, and pray that something we'll sing or something we'll say that'll encourage you and help you along life's road. And hey, boy, do we have a special guest joining us today.
It's going to be good. And you know, fun fact.
Fun fact.
I share a birthday with our guest tonight.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Well, is your birthday coming up? Won't be long, will it?
No, not long.
No, it won't be long. We're going to have that birthday, and hey, we may just celebrate before the evening's over, all right? We're going to sing for you before we move on and invite our guest over. Here's a song that Ashley wrote after the passing of our friend Tony Green. I want you to listen carefully. Maybe you've lost a loved one in your life. I believe this song will be a great encouragement to you. Based on the scripture, God's going to wipe all tears from our eyes. Listen.
When I think of how you left us, when you took your final flight, tears of sorrow fill my eyes just to get me through the night. But then when I remember all the trials that you faced, I know that they were over when you passed through heaven's gate. And while my tears are falling, God is wiping yours away. And while I'm still here crying, you are finally home to stay. And my pain may last a lifetime, but yours is through today. While my tears are falling, God is wiping yours away. No tears can enter in that place where you are now. It's only joy and laughter where no sorrow will abound. So I may have to cry a little while till I get home. But until that day, there's one thing I know. While my tears are falling, God is wiping yours away. And while I'm still here crying, you are finally home to stay. And my pain may last a lifetime, but yours is through today. While my tears are falling, God is wiping yours away. While my tears are falling, God is wiping yours away.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we're back, and we're so glad that you're joining us. If you've just now tuned in, my lovely wife, Ashley, I'm Josh. We make Josh, and
Ashley. As if you couldn't figure that out.
well, I just want to make sure you hadn't forgot your name, okay? We are so happy to have this young man with us, and this young man, he's a friend. I'm telling you.
He's a good friend.
He's a good friend.
His whole family is
He's
friends.
a wonderful family, has a great background, a rich heritage, and he loves this music that we sing because he sings it as well, and we're so glad to have with us
Logan Smith.
Logan Smith.
Glad to be here. Yes,
How
sir.
are you, my
Doing
friend?
great.
So glad to have you on
Glad
the
to be
program.
here.
Now tell us, Logan, from Covington, Georgia.
Georgia.
Have you always lived there?
I have. I was born a few minutes down the road, and
Yeah.
that's where they took me home to, and I've been there ever since.
And you have, how many siblings?
I have two brothers, an older and a younger.
Two brothers,
And,
older, and your
The
younger
forgotten
brother.
middle child.
Oh.
No, I wouldn't say that.
He has never been forgotten.
My older brother, he works at our local hospital, and
Yeah.
he just gave us our first nephew, the first grandbaby of the family, so that's exciting.
And then your younger
My
brother.
younger brother is the drummer for Jeff and Sherry Easter.
Landon.
Landon. So,
Yeah, and then here you are,
and here I am.
Logan.
I'm here.
Landon, Logan, and
Jordan.
Jordan. He
think-
left out the L.
That's right. I don't know what happened. It's
Watch
not
out
for
for
me
your
to
mom
worry
and dad.
about.
It's too late now. His name's Jordan.
That's right.
And now tell us how long you been singing?
Well, I did my first concert when I was 7 at my grandparents' church, and they had to basically pull my teeth out to get me to do it. But
Well, you did better than I did.
But I
You're
did
not
it.
much
You were
older than
singing
that
to
now,
live.
are you?
I'm not. I'm telling you.
Well, you were singing to live people then, right?
I was.
Yeah, well, let me
I
tell you,
was.
when I first got started, I was singing to dead stuffed animals.
This is true.
Well, I'm sure I did
I would
that in my
line
time.
them up and preach to them and sing to
I'd
them.
sing for myself till I was blue in the face,
Yeah.
but if someone opened my door, I'm done.
I
just
tell
like that.
everybody,
I'm done.
I tell everybody, I was singing the dead stuffed animals then. Now I sing to a lot of dead Christians spiritually speaking,
we-
you know.
we do plenty
and
of
so, but the Lord is good.
That's
and
right.
He has blessed and given
That's
us
exactly right.
the opportunity to travel and sing, and then giving you the opportunity
That's
to travel
right. I
and
love
sing.
what I do. I say from stage every night.
Absolutely.
I love what I do, and I hope that shows. I don't take it for granted every night.
Absolutely.
We get to step on a stage and minister to hurting hearts, and it's a blessing to me to get to give back and watch people the way they respond to some of these songs, and you can just see hearts almost being
Certainly.
mended
Certainly.
while you're singing some of these songs. But I did the first record at 10, and
So you started at 7.
7.
Did your first record at 10. How old are you now?
19, be 20 in February.
February the
5th.
which is the
My
same
birthday
day as
twin
her
over here.
birthday.
That's
So
right.
we're going to be how old this year?
We're going to be 20.
We're going to be 20
20.
this
We
year.
are
Happy
gonna be
birthday
20.
to you. Okay, that's
We're
high
rocking
five.
it. We're ready for
20.
it.
I wish I could be 20 again. I guess I'm the old kid on the block here. But anyway.
We're excited.
So you're going to be 20.
Gonna be
your
20.
birthday. You've been doing this since you were 7 years old. You did your first recording at 10 years
Been doing
old.
it full time since I was 10. So February the 5th.
Now, did you
we'll
go to public
celebrate.
school?
I did till 6th grade.
To 6th grade.
And then went homeschooled to
Homeschool.
do this.
So you could travel.
Yeah, that's right.
And to sing?
loving every minute of it.
And now, you know how many states you've been in since you've been singing? You know how many?
I have 2 left that I've not been to.
Wow. Only
I've not
2
been to
states.
Rhode Island or Maine.
You've been to
Those are-
Alaska?
I've been to Alaska.
Hawaii?
I've been to Hawaii.
You've been to 48 states.
I've been to 48
Now, that's
states.
pretty
incredible.
right
So
there
it's
now.
fun.
That's great. So you got 2 more.
Got 2 more.
places
Look
to
like
go.
that. Been to Norway twice.
So
That was
Rhode
fun.
Island and what is the other one?
Maine.
Maine.
Rhode
So
Island
somebody
and Maine.
watching from Rhode Island or
Let's fix
Maine.
Go
that.
ahead. Let's fix
Needs
this.
to
We need to
book
fix
you.
it. 2017. Let's fix
So
this.
that you
Yeah.
can go. All right.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. So you've been doing this since you were 7 years old.
Since
Recorded
7
at
years old.
10. And homeschooled so you could
Homeschooled.
travel.
That's right.
Now here you are, 19 years old, fixing to be 20.
I am.
Still singing gospel.
Loving it more now than ever.
Gospel music.
That's right.
Why gospel music?
Well, I grew up. Dad had all the Gaither videos when we were kids, and he would hide them from us. And so I discovered what a step stool was. So
Yeah.
I'd get up on the step stool in Dad's closet and get the videos down, and I knew what time he got
Now,
home.
he didn't
from
hide
work.
it from you because it was gospel.
Because I watched them enough till I tore them up.
That's what I
so,
figured, yeah.
So anyways, so I'd watch those, and I knew what time he got home from work. So I'd make sure I had those back in the top of his closet like they
I
were
love
never
it.
touched before he got home. And I love the Happy Goodmans. I thought that there was no greater excitement that ever graced a stage than the Happy Goodman
Vestal,
family.
Howard, Sam, and
Rusty.
Rusty.
Just
Nobody could sing like the Happy Goodman
nothing.
family.
Nobody ever will. And but I fell in love with that music, and they captured my heart, and that's really what inspired me to do this music.
Sure.
And I'm loving every
Here
minute
you
of it.
are
It's
today.
great. It's
Speaking of Happy Goodman family, now when you were, was it about 10 or 11?
10 first time I sang with Jeff and Sherry Easter, good friends.
And at that time, now before you became into your manhood and your voice began to change and you still sound incredible, but at that time, there was a little something there that when people would hear you, they could close their eyes and almost hear Vestal Goodman
There
sing.
was a little something.
There was a little something there.
It was not
But-
a little something. It was a
but
lot
you
of
had-
something.
But you had watched them.
Oh gosh, yeah. And I had the Happy Goodman DVD. It was called Live in Texas
Oh,
back
yes.
from 1974.
Yes.
And so when I was a kid, I would get to hear Vestal and Johnny. They would double up on their part on Living in Canaan
Yes,
now.
yes.
So I'd stand in my room, and there's 3 of us then. I'd go to town. We had a trio going same part, going, that alto was going strong at the time.
That's great.
Tenor, whatever it was, I don't know.
Yeah, soprano, whatever.
Whatever it was, we'd cover it.
We just know that it was there and
That's
it was
right.
high.
It was high.
And now
in the sky.
there's a video on YouTube that people can go watch. And on that particular video, I don't know how many views it's got, but there's a bunch. I noticed the other day that you said it had like 40 or 50,000
It had
views.
186,000
Oh,
shares.
my
I don't know
goodness.
how many views,
Oh,
but
wow.
186,000
Shares.
Just shares.
That's not
so that's
views.
pretty cool.
That's shares.
That's
That's
just
incredible.
So that number's way up there. But you were singing a song that Vestal sang. What was it?
what a lovely name.
And you sounded like Vestal.
Just like her.
Still have to do it usually every night.
Do
Still
you
one of the
really?
most requested songs.
That's
so hey,
unbelievable.
you give them what they come for.
Hey, that's exactly right. So you sing that, and at that time, of course, 10 years old, you met Jeff and Sherry Easter.
I did.
They heard what was happening. They heard your voice.
That's right.
And where did you sing with them at? Where was
They
that?
were in my hometown of Covington,
Yeah.
and I went to see them. And Jeff and Sherry's county commissioner, Walker Norman, had given Jeff one of the very first CD that I did. And Jeff said it laid on the dash of his truck until the cover faded. He had never listened to
Wow.
it. And so I walked in the concert that night, and he recognized me. He said, "Hey, you're that kid that my commissioner gave me your CD. I'm going to be honest with you, I ain't listening to it, but I recognize your face." So he calls me up that night to sing with him, and I go up. We do What Heaven Means to Me, and he calls Bill Gaither that night.
You
when
tore
we
the
get
place
done.
apart.
Yeah,
I'm sure
we
we-
did a
I'm sure.
couple encores on
I'm
it. It
sure.
was fun.
So from then he called Bill Gaither.
And then I went and met Jeff and Sherry the next night. He said, "If you'll come sing with us in Winder, Georgia tomorrow night." So I went and met him there, and 2 weeks later, I did the very first Gaither concert in Myrtle
Wow.
Beach. And funny story, Jeff called Bill, and he
And
said,
this is at 10 years old.
10 years old. He said, you can bring the kid to Myrtle Beach if you want to. He said, and we'll put him up on stage. If he's a flop, I'm going to let the people know you brought him.
Oh, boy.
And I'm like, oh, this is so encouraging. But no,
What
it was
pressure on a
it was-
10-year-old little boy.
So then
now.
Bill looks at Jeff and says, "Is your Vestal kid here?" And he says, "He's ready. Got his purple dress on and everything." That was a total
Did you have a
joke.
hanky?
No, I didn't.
Okay,
I'm sure
okay.
somebody gave me one for
I'm
the night
sure,
was over
I'm
with.
sure.
But it was so much fun. We got up and me and Ben Spear and Ivan Parker got up and did What a Lovely Name
Wow.
on the second half that night. And I don't know how many encores we did, but it was
Wow.
incredible. And I was always under such pressure because Bill would always put up, Vestal would always do Rock of Ages on the screen
Sure.
right before I would do What a Lovely Name. So
Wow.
no pressure there. You're just having to
Wow.
follow the real deal.
Unbelievable. So you went from that, and then you sort of traveled to an extent with that Gaither Homecoming
I did.
tour for a
For
while.
5 years full time. We did pretty much every city. Did Alaska, and I got to do the video there, and we did a taping in Nashville at Barbara Mandrell's
Yes.
house in Nashville.
Yes.
So that was fun.
So you did 2 tapings.
I did.
You're on 2 of the videos.
I am.
And so what's the name of the videos?
The Alaska's called Majesty and Alaskan Homecoming, and then the ones at Barbara Mandrell's house are called Count Your Blessings and Giving Thanks, and those were actually done for Cracker Barrel exclusive. So,
Wow,
so
that's
you can get those
incredible.
at Cracker Barrel.
So you traveled with the Gaithers. Tell us, I mean, we want to know.
Okay.
What's it like traveling with the Gaither Homecoming tour?
It's so much fun. People wondered why I was a little heavier back then. If you've seen pictures, people, you guys can understand.
And the
That was
hair.
the first Logan I knew.
I know,
Yeah.
You know.
but the catering was off the chain. And
I
you
bet.
had breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I took advantage of all 3 meals.
So I have a question. I want to know, at 10 years old, did you realize what sort of a treasure that was?
I honestly, I don't think I did. I didn't take it for granted. I just don't think I had really grasped
Didn't really
exactly
click.
what I was doing
Sure.
at the time. And I mean, I'd sit up there night after night beside the people that I grew up loving.
Sure.
And
So
it was.
growing up, what did you, you know, all of us as kids, we all say, you know, when I grow up, I want to be a doctor or a lawyer or whatever. What did you grow up saying you wanted to be?
I never had a direction. I don't think I ever said I want to be a singer. I kind of
Sumo
fell
wrestler,
into it.
nothing?
No, I don't think I'd have. Well, then I probably could have. If I'd have worked for it, I could have done it. But I seriously don't think I had a motive in mind for what I wanted to do. One person heard me, and then they encouraged me to do the
Sure.
thing at my grandparents. And at one door opened, and then I started doing these senior events. And,
Yeah.
and then that took off, and I'm so blessed in February, we'll be doing this full-time 10 years and
That's incredible.
not slowing down at all.
That's
And it's-
incredible.
I'm loving it.
So you got through that Gaither homecoming tour. A lot of those now, unfortunately, they've left us.
They
a
have.
lot of those
They
legends.
have. Even since I've been
Yeah.
a part of it,
Yeah.
we've lost Tony Green, Stephen Hill, Jesse Dixon, Bob Johnson, and the list just continues to
Of course,
grow.
Howard and Vestal,
Howard and Vestal.
and some of the Spears,
That's
and
right.
Hovey Lister, J.D. Sumner, Rex Nealon. I mean, we could go
List goes
on and on and on and on. But you're still singing this music.
That's right.
You have an incredible future ahead of you. There's no doubt about that.
I appreciate
and,
that.
we're super excited to see where the Lord's going to take you.
That's it.
What He's going to do for you in
That's
your
exactly
life.
right.
And I mean, not only are you going to keep singing this music, but I hear there's wedding bells.
There is.
Yeah.
There are wedding bells. I got
Oh, you're
engaged
so
just
excited.
a few weeks ago.
That's great.
And to Jordy Henson, it would be the granddaughter of Kenny Henson for you gospel music fanatics that may know what we're talking about.
Unbelievable.
But
And she's
so
a phenomenal singer
she's
as well.
incredible.
She is.
I can't wait to see where God takes
Now,
us.
have you
and
been
leads
singing
us.
any together?
We have.
Oh, that's great.
Her mother's went through a bout with thyroid cancer. She's doing great now. She's cancer-free, and they travel and sing as the Henson family. And so I filled in through that little spell
That's
there.
awesome.
And we had a blast getting to work out those harmonies, and it's always great getting to stand beside
Now, you
the one
love-
you love standing beside.
Oh,
and sing
listen
with
to
them.
that.
I'm sure
Oh.
you guys understand
We
where
do.
I'm coming from here.
Yes, we sure do. So you've went loving the Happy Goodman family. Now the tables have turned a little
They've
bit.
turned a little bit.
You got to love these Hensons now.
I'm telling you, I
because,
love them. They're great.
Hey, you're
people.
going to marry into the
That's
Hensons,
right.
you know.
They really are great
and
people.
I
They're
love
a
the Happy
great
Goodman.
family.
I love family harmony.
That's right.
But I'm telling you, nobody could sing a gospel song like the late great Kenny
I'm
Henson.
telling
right.
you.
And he
Off
was
the chain.
absolutely incredible.
That's
and
right.
we miss that voice
For sure.
in gospel music. And so it's exciting times
That's
for
right.
you.
It is. We're
so you're
super
going to keep on
excited.
traveling, doing what
I
you're
am.
doing.
I am.
And
Have
so
no
you're going to
plans
be
to-
married.
That's right.
And now listen, no kids for a while.
No, no,
Y'all
no,
got to
no.
settle down and get all
I have
this.
plenty of little cousins, and,
Yeah.
and that,
You have
that
a little
definitely
tiny
makes you
nephew.
want to.
Yeah.
I do. The nephew is our little baby
Well,
fix
the
right now.
thing is, you got to get all this traveling out of your system.
right.
Because as we know, we have two children, Priscilla and Eli. When they get a little older, a little more difficult to travel. And we
You're
just
making it work, though.
We still do it.
we
yeah.
do. We
That's
still
right.
we still make it work. And anything you do, you can make it work
That's
if
right.
you
That's
set your
exactly
mind
right.
to do
That's
it.
And if
right.
God's in it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
God's got to be in. And I truly believe that you're working for Him, and He's working in your life.
That's
it's
right.
evident of that, and we're so happy. Hey, would you sing a song
I'd
for
love
us?
to.
I
I'd
believe
love
these
to.
folks would like to hear you sing. What you going to sing for us today?
Sheltered in the Arms of God,
An
great
old Dottie Rambo classic. Oh,
there.
absolutely.
One of my favorites.
We're going to let Logan get ready, and we're going to let him sing for you, and we're excited about hearing him sing. And he sings these old classics, and we love
Yes, we
these
do.
old classics. And I'm sure those of you that are watching here this evening, you love these old classics as well. So how about we just give a nice welcome to our friend Logan Smith.
I feel the touch of hands so kind and tender. They're leading me in paths that I must trod. I'll have no fear, for Jesus walks beside me, and I'm sheltered in the arms of God. So let the storms rage high, the dark clouds rise, they won't worry me, for I'm sheltered safe within the arms of God. He walks with me, and naught of earth can harm me, for I'm sheltered in the arms of God. I think we can all relate to this verse here. Soon I the call from heaven's portal. Come home, my child. It's the last mile you must trod. Then I'll fall asleep. Then we'll wake in God's new heaven. We'll be sheltered, safe within the arms of God. So let the storms rage high, the dark clouds rise. They won't worry me, for I'm sheltered, safe within the arms of God. He walks with me. I know of earth can harm me, for I'm sheltered in the arms of God. For we're sheltered in the arms of God.
What an incredible song, Logan. I love that song, don't
Me
you,
too.
Ashley?
It's one of my favorites.
And a dear brother in our church, just about every week, it seems like he's coming to me and saying, Ashley, would you sing Sheltered in the Arms of God? Would you let Ashley sing Sheltered in the Arms of God?
It's such a great song.
It's
It
a
speaks
great
to so
song.
many people.
It does,
I
and
feel
it does.
guilty every night if I don't sing it in
And
a concert.
you know what? I have listened to you now for several years and your songs and the songs that you pick. And I've noticed you have new songs, but you seem to go back often to those older songs.
can't beat 'em.
Why do you do that?
That's what I grew up loving,
Sure.
and I want to preserve this music and preserve this heritage, because so
Sure.
many people are just letting it go to the wayside, and I have a passion for this music, and if we don't keep it alive, who's going to?
Absolutely.
So I love singing this music and continuing on with these types
Your
of
latest
songs.
recording has this.
It's called Hits Before My Time.
And-
Every song
Now
was
tell
a
me
hit
who all
before.
was on there. I know you told me before.
Yes,
but
I did a
remind me.
duet with Vestal on the new record. That was so
Wow.
cool. And I had Miss Jeanette Cook of the Singing Cooks
The
come in.
Singing Cooks.
And they sang on a song that was a hit for them back in the mid-'70s.
Yes.
And so this many years later, she's re-recorded the
Wow.
song and still singing like a
With you?
mockingbird with me. So it's so
Wow.
much fun. And I had the Amber and Autumn Nealon on there, Jeff and Sherry Easter, the Hensons are on there, and some other good friends. The list goes on and on, but I was so honored to have so
That's
many
great.
friends
That's great.
on
You
the
have
record.
10 songs.
There's 11 on there.
11 songs. Now, what's your website in case people want to go visit
It's
with you?
logansmithministries.com.
Logan
Everything's
Smith.
on there.
Got your tour schedule on there?
It's on there. Probably
Everything
needs to
is
be
on.
updated, but it's on there.
Everything is on there, so they can go and check you
That's
out.
right.
And to find out more information about you, keep up with you. The wedding, you got to
That's
have to
right.
post
Oh, yeah,
all
we'll
that
have to
on
post
there.
all that on
When
there.
you're getting married?
We're looking at October the 14th.
October.
So,
That's
be
exciting.
here before you know
That
it.
will be here before
That's
you know
right.
it. We wish you the best.
Thank you
with,
very much.
This new
Absolutely.
adventure in life, a new season, and it's going to be a life-changing experience.
is.
But it's
To
for
the good.
isn't
To
it?
the
It's a
good.
good
Oh,
one.
you better say
It's a
that.
good
It's
We're
one.
for the
both
good.
super excited. And
I know that you are, and we're
So we
excited
can't wait.
for you. Now, before we leave, speaking of old songs, you got a new project coming out.
It's
new
coming
record?
out February the 5th, and it's I'm not
On
sure
your
that-
birthday.
on my birthday. My
On your
very first
birthday.
record came
Yes.
out February 5th of 2007.
Wow.
And so this record's going to come out on February the 5th, 2017, exactly 10 years later.
Incredible.
And I'm going to get to sing with my 10-year-old self.
Wow.
So that's going to be fun.
The technology.
It
of
is.
today.
It's incredible.
It's incredible.
So I'm excited about that. We're taking a couple songs from each project and redoing some of the instruments instruments, background vocals.
So your new recording is called Decade.
Something like that. I'm not sure the exact name of it yet,
years.
but 10 years has come and gone.
That's awesome.
So there will be songs from every single year from 10 to 20.
That's awesome.
So that's going to be fun.
Well, congratulations. We can't wait to hear it.
I can't wait.
I
It's
mean,
gonna be
we're really
fun.
excited to be able to hear that. Now, speaking of old songs, before we leave, we're going to turn you loose
We'll do one more.
time.
Let's do it.
I want you to sing one of those old songs that the Happy Goodman family
Convention
sang
style
many years
song.
ago.
Let's do it.
And it's going to be a lot of fun. One more time, I want you to make our friend Logan Smith welcome. Thank you for watching our program. We appreciate you so very much. Check us out online, JoshandAshleyFranks.com. We'd love to see you somewhere really soon. Until next time, God bless. We love you. We appreciate you. And we are praying for you. Logan Smith.
I've been traveling here in this life with its heartaches, troubles, and strife. Sometimes Satan tries to tell me to turn aside. I say, Satan, get thee behind. No returning in me you'll find. I'm too near my heavenly home where I'll abide. There is joy in going this way. It gets sweeter every day. My dear Lord is leading the way to realms above. He'll be with me until the end.